May I please request all of our panelists to kindly turn on their cameras while we get this webinar started. Once again, I request all of the panelists to kindly turn on their cameras so that we get this wonderful webinar started.
I'm going to start my camera. Actually, I think the host has to start that.
You can turn it on, sir, from your end also. Perfect. So amazing to look at all of your faces on this wonderful Saturday morning. So good morning and a warm welcome to everybody present here today. Thank you all for tuning in on a Saturday morning to learn about something very, very interesting. My name is Hiba and it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to the webinar on Experience VIT, a world full of opportunities. Brought to you by the Hindu Education Plus Career Counseling Series and of course VIT. VIT absolutely needs no introduction. Everyone is aware of the remarkable contributions that VIT has made for the education sector. But today it's more than just that because we have four wonderful panelists who will be talking to us about the kinds of opportunities that VIT provides. We are delighted to have with us firstly Kadambari S. Vishwanathan, Assistant Vice President, VIT Vellore. A warm welcome to you, ma'am. We also have Dr. Samuel Rajkumar, Director, Career Development Cell, VIT Vellore. A warm welcome to you as well, sir. We also have Dr. Shashi Kumar S., Professor and Director, Admissions, VIT Vellore. A warm welcome to you as well, sir. And we also have Emily Gilbert, a pre-final year student, VIT Vellore. So without holding up further, let's get this webinar started. Our first speaker for the day will be Kadambari S. Vishwanathan. So she has been instrumental in influencing the educational landscape at VIT. In her role as the next generation of educational leadership, Ms. Kadambari is advancing the robust foundation established by Dr. G. Vishwanathan, the distinguished founder and chancellor of VIT, whose innovative contributions have elevated VIT into a status of global prominence in the field of learning and research. Her profound inclination towards educational leadership has led her to step into the role of the Assistant Vice President at VIT Vellore. She remains deeply committed to upholding the legacy while simultaneously pushing the boundaries of higher education in India as well globally. So over to you, ma'am. The stage is all yours.
My warm greetings to all of you who have joined in this Experience VIT webinar in association with the Hindu Education Plus. Thank you, Hiba, for such a warm welcome. I'm very happy to be a part of the Hindu event because we've always had a long-standing relationship, and it is one of the most favorite newspapers of our chancellor. I'm glad that we are able to do this event. I would like to give a brief overview of the VIT group of institution, which is now celebrating its 40 years of transforming lives. We started in 1984 with a humble beginning of 180 students, and now we have grown into a big group with over 1 lakh students across 4 campuses in Vellore, Chennai, Amravati, and Bhopal, and 2 campuses in the pipeline in Bangalore and Mauritius. And we are one of the highly reputed and sought after engineering institution in the country. And our flagship program is, of course, the BTech program. But in addition to it, we also have a business school that is AACSB accredited. We have a very good science program, law, architecture, agriculture, and fashion. This is the comprehensive overview of all the programs that is available at VIT across different campuses. The flagship BTech program attracts over 2 lakhs applications consistently for the past 3-4 years. And this year we expect about 3 lakh applications, and it is going to be held in April. All the details of which will be discussed by our admissions director, Dr. Sasi Kumar. It is one of the most competitive private engineering entrance exams, and I know a lot of you who are participating in this webinar are aspirants for and might be writing it. And I'd like you to listen to the upcoming sessions in full concentration because we're going to share a lot of information about the VT exam. Our repute, the VIT brand has a repute that has been built over the years, and it is the trust of the parents and the aspirations of the students, both of it are met simultaneously. It is not a very easy balance to meet both the parents' expectations and the student expectation, and VIT has been successful in doing that. That has been the USP of our success. We have a very vibrant student community. Emily is here. She will talk to you more about it. Though we have spread out in different campuses, I think the soul of and essence of VIT is maintained in all of the 4 campuses. The main thing being the FFCS, the fully flexible credit system, where we're the only institution in India to do it, where the student has the full freedom to choose the subject they want, at what time they want, and which faculty they want. And we maintain a very cosmopolitan and diverse student body across all campuses again. And we have a very strong students welfare department, which encourages a lot of clubs, technical chapters, and extracurricular activities. Our chancellor always aims for a very holistic and disciplined way of approach when we handle our students, and we have a very student centric policy. And we are one of the most safe and disciplined campus in the country. We attract a lot of girls, given the lot of negative publicity that has been coming to a lot of institutions. I want to make it a point that girls from all over the country as well as world come to Vellore, Chennai, Amravati, and Bhopal, and it has been a very safe and a disciplined environment for them to thrive and function. So we always value the happiness, safety, and the prosperity of our students, and we want to make sure that it is not just the 4 years that they spend here, but even after they go out and graduate, the VIT and tag always helps them throughout their life. So we have a very vibrant alumni association. We call it VIT Alumni Association. It has over 1.5 lakh members right now, and we have 80 chapters across the world. And it is used for networking as well as social engagement and social outreach programs. So this is the brief overview of VIT, and we've been consistently ranked highly by both governmental and non-governmental agencies. If you see in NIRF, we are the 10th best university. We have the highest research output in the country, and in engineering and technology, we are ranked 212 by QS rankings and worldwide rankings. And in the Shanghai rankings, we've been ranked number 2 in the country. So the list goes on and on and on. I like to just keep it brief, and I'll be very happy to take any questions from the viewers of this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for giving this webinar a superb start. We now have a placement AV that's going to be coming up. So may I request for the AV, please? Yes, that was the AV on the placements. But next up, we have our second speaker for the day. We have Dr. Samuel Rajkumar here to grace this occasion. So Dr. V. Samuel Rajkumar has completed his PhD and is currently the Director of Career Development Center at VIT University. He has a remarkable record of more than 27 years of experience in campus placements and has bridged more than 1 lakh student placements during the last 27 plus years. He's also been the medium of getting VIT into the Limca Book of Records 13 times for the highest number of campus placements. He's visited more than 20 countries for organizing international internships and placements, and has also organized alumni job fairs in India, the US, UK, Singapore, and Dubai. He's also the first placement officer to get the Best Placement Officer Award by Aspiring Minds in the year 2014. So a warm welcome to our placement hero. A warm welcome to you, sir. The stage is all yours.
Please share the presentation. Is the presentation visible?
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
Very good morning to all of you. First of all, thanks, Hiba, for the warm introduction. I would like to thank the VIT management and the India Education Plus group for giving me an opportunity to talk about the placements at VIT. So, my name is Dr. Samuel Rajkumar. I had the placement and training of all the campuses of VIT. Before talking about the placement and training, so all of you must have been attending a lot of webinars, and you would have been seeing a lot of advertisements on placements by various institutions. You also might have got confused actually which institution to choose, because everybody talks about placements. So my presentation will have about 4 5 slides, and I will talk what are the key differentiators on placement and training when compared to the other institutions that you may aspire to join. So before talking about the placements, I would like to talk about the training that we impart to all our students. See, unlike other institutions, the key differentiator is the way we train our students to handle the campus placements when they come to the final year. So our training for the placement starts right from the first year onwards. So we have qualitative and quantitative training, which is embedded into the curriculum. So before uh, starting the training itself, we do a psychometric test. Though the CGPA and their academic scores are of primary importance, we also take into consideration the learnability quotient through the psychometric test, which is conducted every year. We group the students based on their learnability skills, and we train them. So we group them, the slow learners and fast learners, and based on their ability, we train them for placing them in the good companies. And this training starts from the first semester onwards and goes till the sixth semester, and from seventh semester onwards they start attending the recruitments at VIT. The second one is on the industry certifications. Again, this is a key differentiator compared to other institutions. So some of the certifications that I have listed. So these are the certifications that are done by the employees after they join the companies. Actually, so after they join the companies for their own upskillment, actually they do this after 1 or 2 years of joining any of the companies. But at VIT, we give them an option of doing the certification, and we encourage them to do the certification right from the second year onwards. So when they come to the final year, you would see a lot of almost 90% of the students having at least one certification that is listed here. So we give them a basket of choice to take these certifications, and these certifications are valued very well by the industries when they come on campus for the. So almost all our students will have at least one of the certification which is listed here in the presentation. Okay, coming to the placement process, I think you might have heard about the placement process being followed by VIT. When we talk about the admission process, we have a single entry for the BTech admissions. We not only for BTech, for all the admissions process, we have a single entry. For BTech, we go through the VIT EEE, for which most of you will be taking the entrance in the upcoming months. Similar to the admission process, we follow a centralized placement process. So the entire placement process, which is done for at Vellore, is common for all the other campuses as well. So this is not the claim which we are making from the placement side. You can ask the students who have graduated. That's a promise which we have given when our new campuses came in. So when we started with the Chennai campus first, and then followed by Amaravati and Bhopal. So we said during the first year, there were a lot of doubts in the minds of the parents when they came for the admissions process, thinking whether the companies that came for Vellore, will that also be coming for the other campuses? Will my son or daughter will be getting the same placement opportunity as a Vellore student would get? So we have kept our promise over the years, and the placements that's happening at Vellore is centralized across all the 4 campuses. Students participate in the placements which are organized by Vellore. The average salary, the highest salary, the median salary is common for all the students who graduate from any of our campuses. The training model, the placement model, the placement policies that we frame, it's common for all the 4 campuses. Okay, these are some of the placement highlights. These are also key differentiators. So when Hiba was introducing me, she said, we have got into Limca Book of Records for 13 times. In fact, actually, we have got the national records for national record in placements. It's not only in the IT services. You take in product consulting. If you take PwC as a consulting company, we have the highest number of offers being made by PwC. PwC. If you take in banking sector, we got the highest offers being made by Bank of America. In IT services, you name the company like TCS, Cognizant. So these are the records actually that are created and has not been broken yet by any other institution in the country. So we hold the national record for 15 times in the placements. The 1 crore offer we got first time in for the 2023 graduated batch. Again this year, when we talk about the final years who are there and who will be graduating in 2025, two of our BTech students have got 1 crore CTC, which is again it's a key differentiator. No other institution has got more from the private sector has got 1 crore plus offer for 2 times. And talking about 800 companies on campus, we have done this for last 4 years consecutively. Though there is a recession in the job market, we still continue to attract companies on campus. Whether you take a government institute or a private institute, no other institution has got 800 companies visiting visiting the campuses for placements. So this year again was a hallmark or a benchmark year for us. 4,004 offers have been made by TCS. This is again a national record, so no other institution has got this. And last year, our average salary, though we follow a centralized process, we have students from all the 4 campuses. People talk actually, no, the crowd is very high. The VIT attracts admits a lot of students. Though our denominator is high, the number of students who register for placements are high. Our average salary for the last year is 9.75. It is on the increasing trend. So it was about 8.5 lakhs previous years. Though the last year was considered to be one of the year of recession, we were able to make about 9.75 as our average salary. So these are some of the placement highlights again. So we have different categories of companies. So unlike other institutions, actually we give multiple opportunities for the students to take the best offer, or in case if they are from a core engineering sector, actually we encourage them to go into that domain. Actually, we give them multiple, though they get a IT offer, we encourage them to go into a dream core offer. There are about 591 students from the 24 batch who have taken 20 lakhs and above offer, which is again the highest in the country. And if you say there are 2,771 students who got 10 lakhs and above offer. And there are about 993 students who got into the dream companies. Okay, so again, the key differentiator here is we don't restrict ourselves to 1 or 2 job profiles. We again give them a choice. So again, we don't force anybody to sit for any placement. So we encourage them to sit for the placements or a company of their choice. If they want to get into a data analytics companies, they have a choice. If they want to get into a manufacturing company, they have a choice. If the student is from a core engineering branch, if he wants to get into a consulting practice or a IT profile or IT product company, we encourage that. So we train all the non-CS students also to get into the consulting and other analytics companies. Actually, the 5th and 6th semester, we train them on competitive coding. Whether they are a computer science or a non-computer science student, we train them to code and practice coding in their 5th and 6th semester. So this will help them actually, even if they're from the core engineering domain, they are able to get, in case if they want to get into a consulting or a data analytics company or an IT product company, they are allowed to do that actually. So you would have seen in our video the prominent software companies, the IT product consulting companies being scrolled in the video, the bottom of the video. So these are all, I just wanted to highlight the prominent core engineering companies that visit VIT for placements. So since we get students from all parts of the country, so we also get the companies from which come from all parts of the country and recruit our students. So these are some of the top core engineering companies that visit VIT for placements. Again, VIT is one of the very few institutions in the country which has got accreditation by the almost all the top automotive companies of India. And VIT is the only institution where the only private institution in the country where we have public sector companies like Engineers India, Indian Oil Corporation. They visit and do campus recruitments at our campus. So that will be my last slide. I once again thank Indu and VIT for giving me this opportunity. I look forward to welcoming you all to VIT in all our campuses, and look to train you and place you in one of the good companies, and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for that amazing presentation. Before that, the audience members, in case you have any questions, we have a Q&A box, so you can put up your questions there. And towards the end, we'll have all our panelists answer these questions for you. Let's move on to our next speaker. Now, let's hear about VIT from a student's perspective. So we now have Miss Emily Gilbert here with us. She is a pre-final year student at VIT, majoring in computer science. Born and brought up in New Jersey in the US, she loves learning about the latest tech trends. When she's not exploring new concepts in machine learning or data analysis, she's likely to be found jamming with VIT's music club or managing responsibilities as a senior manager at Google Developer Students Club. She also has a strong passion for community service, having served as the vice president of Becoming I Foundation and NGO. So over to you, Emily. The stage is all yours.
Hi guys, thank you so much for that welcome, Hiba. I'm super excited to be here with you guys today and give you guys a clearer picture on VIT. So my job is to tell you guys how it's like here as a student. Like Hiba mentioned, I'm in my pre-final year. I'm majoring in computer science. So joining VIT for the tech program here was basically a no-brainer. Campus culture here at VIT is one of the biggest major plus points because when you step into VIT, the first thing that comes to your mind is the fact that it is a cultural melting pot. You're going to meet people from all over the country, from Kashmir to Kerala, where I'm from, and from all over the country. So it's really broadens your perspective because you get to explore and see for yourself the different languages, the traditions, the heritage of the people here. And that's something I'm super excited about here in VIT. Everyone says the switch to college from your school life is a little daunting, but honestly, I've never felt like that because people all over the country are coming here and they're all trying to do the same thing here. They're all carving out a space for themselves, and VIT actually gives you the chance for that. So when I think of VIT, I'm going to split this into two parts, the academics and the extracurriculars. I'm thinking we'll finish up the academics part real quick, and then we'll head on to the fun stuff, which is something I'm pretty sure all of you guys are looking forward to. So one of the highlights of the academic structure here is the fully flexible credit system, which we as students, we call it the FFCS. Now, I know Kader Brigram has already touched upon it, but I'm going to go into a little bit more depth here. It's a feature that a lot of colleges in the US back home do implement. So this is something that's actually quite advantageous for students here as well. It's a credit system that we follow where students get to choose whatever courses they want for a semester. But it's not limited to just courses. You get to choose your professors, your session timings, as well as what kind of courses you want to study. So to give you guys a little bit more of an example, if you're an early bird, you can take classes in the morning, say from 8 a.m. onwards. But if you're like me and you stay up late at night, get your assignments done towards the end of the day, then you probably want to take your classes in the evening. So it's pretty flexible, hence the FFCS. But it's not just about that as well. There's a lot of other advantages. You get to choose your workload for each semester. So if you want to cut back on a few classes for one semester and then take it on later in another semester, that's totally fine. You can do that. It's designed to be advantageous for both slow learners as well as students who are a little bit more ambitious, who want to take on a little bit more on their plate. It works for both of you guys. But it doesn't have to be completely technical. And honestly, it's given me a lot of freedom to explore subjects outside of computer science, outside of your domain, from sociology to psychology to management. It's a good chance to get out of your comfort zone and learn something a little different. So that's basically about the FFCS system. I think it's something you guys will come to love if you are planning to join VIT, and I do strongly encourage that. So let's get to the fun stuff now, the extracurriculars. What I love the most about campus life here is how active everyone is in whatever interests them. We have almost nearly 100 plus clubs here and a lot of international chapters that are connected worldwide. from music to dance, or if you just want to stick with tech, there's something for everybody. Talking about the clubs that I've been involved in, Hiba has mentioned quite a few. The I have a Western vocalist in the music club, and being a member has been extremely fun because let me tell you, you get to mingle with people who are at your same wavelength, who are interested or inspired by the same things that you are. I've been privileged to be able to travel across for different college fests. The most recent one being IIT Madras's Saran. It's been a really fun experience, and you get to experience things that are outside of your college life. And it has been pretty good for my stage fear too. I won't deny that. I'm also part of VIT's biggest tech community here, which is the Google Developer Students Club, where I work as a senior manager. We've organized hackathons, designathons, workshops for the past 2, 3 years. And it's been quite a learning experience, not just for me, because you get to learn from the people that you're working with as well. And that is something that is going to really help you in your career life forward because teamwork, leadership, these are equally important as much as whatever you're learning in your courses as well. Now, the final thing is the outreach work that I've done here, which is as a vice chair at Becoming I Foundation. We usually conduct sessions for underprivileged kids in and around Vellore. We usually reach out to care homes and orphanages where we teach them English, math, and science every week because it's incredibly rewarding. Outreach work is incredibly rewarding, and because you know that you're making a difference, and that is really something really unique. So if you are interested in outreach, VIC has quite a lot of few NGOs and organizations that you can work with. I think that is pretty much the end of my agenda for today. I will wrap things up. VIT does give you a lot of opportunities to grow, to get to really know yourself a little bit better, whether it's just tech or any other stream, if you want to move away from that. You have a lot of options to explore in your career path as well. I'm gonna end by saying this. College life is definitely crazy. It's everything that people hype it up to be. It's nothing like you expect. You're gonna learn a lot, not just through your academics, but life lessons too. And the people here are going to be here with you to help you along the way. 10%. I agree with that. VIT is going to hold a lot of really good memories for you when you look back. It definitely has for me. And that's pretty much it from my side. I'd love to take questions at the end for your Q&A sessions if you guys have any questions. Over back to you, Eva.
Thank you very much, Emily, for that very energizing presentation. You spoke about the FFCS system as well. So we have an AV about that. So can we have the AV, please?
With FFCS,
FFCS.
fully flexible credit system where I have the freedom to choose
My credit,
my course, my faculty.
my timing.
To the extent of completing my degree at my own pace.
My life,
My uni.
my rules.
Yes, so that was the fully flexible credit system by VIT, and we'll get to hear more about it in our Q&A session as well. So let's move on to our final speaker of this webinar. We have Dr. S. Sashikumar here with us. So warm welcome to you, sir. He currently serves as the Director of Admissions and Professor of Chemistry at VIT Vellore, India. In 2009, he completed his PhD in Materials Chemistry at VIT University. He's also a member of the Society for Biomaterials and Artificial Organs, and his research interests span biomedical materials, drug delivery systems, and other materials as well. He collaborates with researchers from over 16 countries and engages with several industries on research and consultancy projects. And over his 22-year tenure at the VIT School of Advanced Sciences, he's held various leadership roles, including the Division Chair for Materials Chemistry, International Relations Coordinator, and Placement and Training Coordinator. So, warm welcome to you, sir. The floor is all yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the introduction. So I'll start with campuses, the different campuses of VIT, which already our Assistant Vice President, ma'am, she explained. So we have campus at Vellore, Chennai, Amravati, Bhopal, as well as Bangalore and Mauritius. And we have students, as Emily said, we have students from 60 different countries and all over India. And this is all about ranking. Already our AVP ma'am, she explained. So 20, 30 years before, it was by word of mouth, we joined the colleges and universities. Now, a lot of ranking systems are there. So based on that, you can choose the college. In India, VIT is in top 10 and world level also in top 500. 8 of our subjects are listed. And basically, this is the information which you want from me. So this is the eligibility criteria. So minimum 60% aggregate should be there. That is put together 180 marks should be there from physics, chemistry, and maths. So for biotechnology, it should be physics, chemistry, and biology, and other branches, it's going to be physics, chemistry, and mathematics. So the examination date is from April 20th to 27th, and this is the website where you can apply. And these are all the other branches, what I said. So for bio students, they can apply for biotechnology, health informatics, as well as bioinformatics, and biomedical engineering. So rest of the courses for PCM students. And these are the various campuses. We have 71 courses in total and 47 unique programs. Unique program means it's offered only in that particular campus. And these are the programs offered at Bangalore campus. This is 1+1 program, all are PG programs. So UG is to start there in the Bangalore campus. And this is another option where students can directly do the MTech programs. That is, instead of doing 6 years of PG program, 4 years of BTech and 2 years of PG, they can do in one shot within 5 years. So this is offered in all 4 campuses. So nationality wise, they should be an Indian or an NRI or OCA or PIO holder, and the criteria are listed in the website. You can visit very much, and age limit is 2003 July born, or after that they should be born, and this will be verified with your high school certificate or 12th certificate. And this is the thing. So preparation strategies. So first thing is you should understand the examination pattern. So there will be 40 questions from biology or mathematics. Depends on what question paper you're going to take. For example, PCB, if you take, you will get questions from biology, physics, and chemistry. In case if you're taking PCM, then it's going to be physics, chemistry, and mathematics. In addition to that, aptitude 10 questions and English 5 questions are common in both the question papers. And the duration is 2 hours 30 minutes. And the biggest advantage is there is no negative marking like JEE exams. In JEE exams, you have negative marking or 0 marks if you don't attend the question. Here, no such thing. There is no negative marking. So there are totally 125 MCQs are there. And what is the strategy you have to follow? So the first thing is every day you have to study. That is the main thing. And preferably you can follow this pattern as I shown on the screen. You can see that in the morning you have to revise the concept from the NCERT books or your state board books. So you have to study, it's must. And in the afternoon time, after a small break, see, human brain needs some break. So after some break, you can go for solving some MCQs that is topic wise in online or some study material through some study materials. And evening again, you can take mock tests and check where you stand exactly. And night time again, you revise important formulas. Okay, you just prepare some flashcards, and then you can keep on see that at the time of dinner time or a breakfast time when you chat with your friends. Just like that, you can be kidding with putting questions to them and answering them. So that way, and important reactions, you know that lot of reactions are there in the chemistry, so you should practice every reaction, as well as short notes, what you have to take in the notebook. Strategy-wise, 40 questions of mathematics and biology should be able to answer in 40 minutes. The reason is mathematics, you may have to work out the problem, entire problem. So it may be 2 pages or 1 page, which may take longer duration. So 40 minutes you can keep for that, and 30 minutes for physics, and 30 minutes for chemistry, and aptitude English you should be able to finish in 20 minutes. And last 30 minutes you can review the answers, or tough questions you can solve in the last 30 minutes. And the easiest strategy is very easy questions first you answer, then you spend more time on the difficult questions. So that will be the easiest strategy what you can follow. And there is no negative marking, so that you use it as an advantage. And tips for success is regularly you have to study, every day you have to study, and you have to prepare short notes and flashcards and practice. Keep on practice it. Many of the coaching centers, they do this. Every day they conduct the exam, and finally when you go to the exam, you will be fearless. Okay, so if you take some 100 tests, then your JE or VT will be the 101th exam or 112th second exam. So on the time, you won't be tensed and you'll be able to answer relaxedly. So that way, every day you take some mock test online and then come for the exam. And another tip is practice every day some at least 100 MCQs to improve the accuracy. And mock test, it should be taken seriously. Schools also, they conduct lot of mock tests, maybe the NCERT book exams, or even the this kind of what is that, MCQs, which you should take it serious and take as many exams as possible. And you should be very consistent. It's not like that Sunday I won't study, or Pongal I won't study, or Independence Day I won't study, or Republic Day I won't study. Every day you have to study, and so that you can avoid the last minute stress. And do's and don'ts. So first thing is you should know the pattern and syllabus. What I explain now, any entrance exam you go, you should know the exam pattern as well as the syllabus, and you should have a study plan. This day I'm going to study chemistry. So totally I think 13 modules are there. So this 13 modules, how I'm going to plan. Every day how many modules I'm going to read and practice, and how I'm going to practice the formulas, reactions and all. So a strict study plan should be there. And solving the previous year papers also, it will help you. A lot of books are available in the market, as well as you should attempt the mock test, as I said already, okay, which will improve your speed as well as accuracy. And you should have short notes to refer then and there. Wherever you go, you can have a flashcard which you can see and you can refer. And next thing is, as I said, you should be consistent. Every day you have to study and you should be focused on the exam. And next important thing is, many of you don't bother about the health and you continuously you study. So that you should avoid, and you should be very healthy as well as you should manage stress. Okay, don't feel that this many units I have to complete, or this much I have to study, all these material you have to cover. First thing is, mentally you should be peaceful. And do's on the exam day. Carry all the necessary documents at least 1 hour before to the exam center. This will reduce lot of stress. For example, Vellore Center, we have a lot of buildings. So first you have to identify the building. Okay, which building you are going to take up the exam, and for that you have to walk and all. For that you have to plan. And similarly, whatever the proof they ask, one age proof as well as one photo ID they'll ask, so that it should be ready with you. And questions, you should read it very carefully. Okay, don't go so quick and jump into the answers. Okay, and all easy questions you attempt first. Okay, and no negative marking, you utilize this. And time management, which is very, very, very important. Okay, so in this 2.5 hours, you should be able to attempt all 125 questions. So for that, you have to plan. Don'ts. Those are all the things which you should not do. So one thing is, you should know the basics, because the question is not going to be the direct question. Okay, so obviously the preparation should be good, and for that the fundamental reading is very, very important. And you should not skip the mark test. You have to take n number of mark tests before coming for the exam. Directly you should not come for the exam without taking any mocks. And you should not depend on any one resource like NCERT book or reference book or online material or the material given by your coaching center. Wherever you get the material, whether it's given by the school or friend or anything, every material you go through it. Okay, at least you go through it. And don't be panic and over the difficult topics. Probably recently the JE exams got completed, and I got a feedback that in mathematics they were unable to complete even 10 or 12 questions. Okay, all are lengthy and they are unable to attend. So in these times, it should not affect your physics or chemistry. So that should be the point to be taken from these kind of entrance examinations. On the exam day, what are all the don'ts? Okay, required documents, it's must to carry the admit card and as well as photo ID and all. And don't waste the time on difficult questions. Very difficult question, you don't spend 30 minutes. Instead, you finish all the easy questions, then you come for the difficult questions. And don't just blindly see, anyway, I have a choice and I'll put all A's or all B's. First, you eliminate the wrong answers, then you go for the correct answers. So that will be the wise strategy. And don't rush while answering. Okay, so read the question, try to understand it, and then again you try to answer. And distraction. So don't see what others are doing. Focus on your paper and do your work. Okay, that will get you marks. Okay, by watching others, you won't get the marks. And don't lose confidence. Just one segment, if it goes bad, for example, maths or chemistry, okay, don't lose your confidence and attempt for the physics or the other aptitude test with a good confidence. And these are all the essential steps. Already I read the Q&A. Okay. So first thing is you should know VIT syllabus and prepare for it. Register for it. Very important. Okay. So based on this, the slot booking will be given. So preferably you register as soon as possible. Complete the application process. Okay. And then study for the exam. Take mock test and download your admit card and go for a slot booking probably on April 7th, and then attempt the exam and then participate in the counseling, and then you can come to VIT. Already Professor Sam, he explained about the placement, but still we used to place it everywhere. Okay, and you can see the records which no other institute can have, because that many companies and that many offers with a huge student strength. So with this, I'll wind up my introduction. And always I believe in this quote, there are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Okay. So with this, I wind up my short introduction. I'm happy to answer any of the questions raised by you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for that amazing presentation. Truly very inspiring to see all of those tips and everything. Okay, so we have the most awaited Q&A segment.
I would like to interrupt and just add a point in continuation with the VIT exam. VIT maintains very high standards of academic integrity, and any malpractice during the VIT exam will not be taken lightly. We will take the strictest action possible. We have multiple counterpoints and checkpoints to ensure that the exam is conducted with utmost integrity. And any attempts by the applicants or parents or any outside influence to sabotage the functioning of the exam, we will take very strict action, and we will also initiate criminal proceedings. There have been a lot of perpetrators who try to influence students, saying this is available, that is available, any kind of taking the wrong route. All of that will be punished with a very severe offense. And I would like to reiterate that there is no easy shortcut to success, and there are multiple biometric verification points, and it is very easy for you for us to track malpractice these days, given the availability of technology use. So I again and again I would like to reiterate, please do not engage in academic malpractice. We'll make sure that is the end of your career there.
Yes, ma'am. And speaking of malpractice itself, I think even on the internet nowadays, we are seeing a lot of, influencers, people who pretend to be agents, and they pose as admission agents for VIT. So how authentic is this thing, and does VIT endorse such people posting stuff on the social media?
This is a very vital question that you've brought about, and I would like to use this forum to strongly condemn anybody, any broker, consultant, influencer, any agent. We know the chancellor, we know the vice president, or any of these. We strongly condemn people who think that they can get admission outside of the VT system, the examination and counseling system. We do not encourage any of them. We do not endorse any of them. We do not employ any consultants or agents on behalf of VIT. VIT has garnered this reputation through word of mouth publicity and through active and appropriate campaign plans and strategies that we have implemented. And all our application sales is organic. We do not take any underhand tactics. And I I see a lot of influencers these days who claim to know that they have a lot of in-depth information about the admission. They say this is the cutoff for this program and this thing. None of it has ever matched. And I'm very sorry to say a lot of this content is lamentably derivative. There is one prime source who quotes something wrong, and the people keep repeating these items. They see in one video and then they try to post. You need to understand, when at the peak of admission season, the tags of VIT, VIT does attract a lot of eyeballs, and they tend to post a lot of videos to just make money out of it. And a lot of governments, especially in Tamil Nadu, there has been a lot of crackdown on these agents and brokers who operate. It's like a mushrooming industry during that admission period. But I ask the parents to be very cautious. Do not give your money to anybody, and do not believe what is being said. I know there is a lot of discussion that is going on Quora. Though we have the perils of, we have the merits of the social media, where we are able to know a lot of information without being able to visit a place. A lot of misinformation is also being spread. Because we do not employ any agents, there are a lot of people who want to tarnish the brand's name. For any high valued brand in this day and age, that is the biggest issue. Securing your digital reputation, because it's very easy to sling mud, because it's done with a lot of anonymity. So I strongly condemn all of that, and please take information from verified websites. Say, for example, the VIT website and the website of all the campuses, where you will get authentic information. We do not overplay, or we only put the correct statistics out. If that is not the case, you can go and visit NIRF database, the NIRF website, where we are ranked, all our data has been submitted and verified by the government. There's the ISHE portal, there is the AICT UGC website that lists this. I'm saying for the benefit of students in general, not just VIT. What are the ranked institutions? What are the accredited institutions? All of this is available on the government websites. They might not look fancy and very presentable, but the data there is authentic. So that is an ideal place for you to check, and definitely talk with your seniors or your cousins, or probably somebody who is successful, who has gone through this firsthand. Please do not rely on just third-party brokers, people who do it as a, some students do it as a profession. A lot of colleges encourage this, which is also a bad practice. Please do not fall prey to all of this. Kindly use trusted sources. They might not be attractive, but they are definitely informative and valuable.
A very important point you brought up, ma'am. Thank you very much for that. And speaking about, information, I also came across that, the Caltech concept offered in VIT Bhopal is super duper interesting. So, ma'am, any thoughts on that? And can you talk more about this program at VIT Bhopal?
So we formed Caltech because VIT Bhopal was started in 2017. So we've only been catering to the millennial crowd. So we wanted to design a university around the technology and the futuristic approach universities might turn. It might not just be the brick and mortar institutions that we have always been used to. So Caltech stands for Collaborative and Active Learning Through Technology. I believe a lot in peer learning. Though there is a faculty teaching, I think you learn a lot from peers when you, especially at this age. And active learning is a concept, was in the nascent stages, but now after we've had the corona and where we have had to do a lot of digital learning, active learning takes more precedence here, because information is available everywhere. So how do you make the classroom time engaging? So how do you flip the classroom? Probably you consume the academic content outside and you start applying it in the classroom. That's what active learning stands for. And the technology, of course, it is ubiquitous. There's no point in banning cell phones or laptops in classrooms. It's not possible. Probably at a younger age, yes, but I think you have to make use of the devil in a good way. So we want to involve technology in how classes are conducted. So we, for the first time, introduced so if you see, usually theoretical classes happen at one place and the labs at another. So we have integrated both of these and created studios where the theoretical aspect and the practical aspect happens at the same physical space called the studios. And there is no concept of backbenchers, because they're all round tables. There's no blackboards. So this is something that we want to introduce in a lot of subjects where there is a lot of practical oriented approach to those subjects, and it has given us very good results. In Bhopal, we've been able to, our students have very good communication skills. They've developed good communication skills. They have an innate interest in doing projects and hands-on work. and we want to create it as a unique model in the country for technical education.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for sharing your thoughts on that. I see the Q&A box has over 100 questions, so I love the energy that's up there in the audience. Let's pick a few questions and have it all discussed. So our first question goes, my son is studying in class 12 with physics, chemistry, biology, and computer science. What are the options for him to join VIT? So anyone who
Ma'am,
wishes
I
to-
will answer. I can answer this question. So biology stream, if you see, it's offered only in Vellore and Bhopal campus. Only these two campuses offer biology related courses. In Vellore campus, we have biotechnology as well as bioinformatics as well as health science and technology. Whereas in Bhopal campus, we have bioengineering and health informatics. So only these 5 courses they'll be eligible, actually. So these are all the courses, and we have extraordinary facilities in both the campuses. So whatever you require up to research level, these facilities are available in both the campuses.
I would like to add the bioinformatics program in Vellore and the health informatics program in Bhopal. So they are specializations, and the course degree is a computer science degree. So this is probably one way if biology students would want to get more technology and IT related courses, this is one option for them, probably the only option for them.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts on that question. We move on to our next question. It goes, are there any automobile sector companies in VIT placements, especially car manufacturing companies? So
I think I'll go answering it.
please.
In one of my slides, I have put the logos of the automotive companies. If I would like to share again, I can share. I can show the companies, the top companies that are visiting VIT for can you see the slide?
You have like ended the slideshow, sir. So it's, yeah, now we can see it.
Okay, these are prominent core companies that are visiting VIT. So on the left side, you can see all the automotive companies that visit. So these are some of the companies that I have listed. So almost all the automotive companies in the country, they visit VIT for placements.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your thoughts on that. Our next question goes, is there a sports quota available in VIT?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, we have sports quota, but only for the specific courses. A limited number of courses and limited number of seats are there, and they have to approach the director of sports for in this regard.
That was our question on the sports quota. Our next question goes, every year, how many intakes of students is there for the VIT main campus at all the branches?
So VIT Vellore, it's close to 5,500 seats are there of all branches, and the other campuses all put together, it may be another 5,000 will be the capacity. 5,000 to 6,000 will be.
Yes, let's move on to our next question. What is the percentage ratio of successful placements? Do all the students find a job, or how does it work?
Yeah, placement percentage is around 90% on campus. So some of them who register for placements after after some time they decide to go for higher studies, so they withdraw from placements and go. So on campus placements, we usually get about 90% of them getting placed. So VIT is one institution which helps the students even after their graduation. So after they graduate, in case if they want to switch jobs or they want to find jobs, so we have a lateral hiring events going on during our alumni chapter meetings. And we also have a portal for the alumni after the graduation. We help them in getting placements, not only immediately after the graduation, even after they graduate and go after 2-3 years also we call them and help them in getting placements.
Thank you very much for your answer, sir. Next question goes, can you explain a little bit in detail about the biotechnology program? So anyone who wishes to take up the question can take up.
I'll take it. So I did my biotechnology major at VIT, so I might be the right person to take it.
Yes.
This department was one of the earliest biotechnology schools in India, and it has one of the we have faculty who have had the highest international exposure. So compared to all the other schools, most of the many faculty have a high international exposure, and it has a BTech program, MTech program, and there are also science programs in biotechnology, biomedical genetics, and we have a lot of international collaborations on the faculty side and at the university level. A lot of them get very good opportunities abroad in terms of research and development. And there is also some recruitment that happens in companies that are based out of Bangalore, Pune, and Hyderabad. These are the three cities that attract a lot of our talent. And it is very highly rated, and one of our breakout programs. So even I would not say just now, probably from the late 2000s itself, it has been a very popular branch, and it has a very high intake compared to the size for a biotechnology course. I think it has an intake of about 250 to 260 per year. And in addition to it, of course, there's a biomedical program, which is more related to the EC, and bioinformatics, which is more aligned with the computer science. And this is in Vellore, and in Bhopal, it is bioengineering and computer science with health informatics.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for sharing your thoughts on that. Next question goes, can you share some more details about VIT Mauritius? Is the placement rate same there as well?
No, we are launching it now. If you're asking about placements, definitely the placements will be there, but it is too early to comment now. We'll extend the support there as well.
Yes, 100%. Thank you very much, sir. Our next question goes, do we get any training classes for attending the entrance exam? Yes,
Actually, we are not conducting any training sessions. See, any regular coaching, whatever they go, see, right now, starting from 6th class, every kid, they are going for the coaching centers. Okay, 7 years, they are going for a coaching. So there is no exclusive training sessions for VT. If you are ready for any competitive exams, then you will be ready for VT also. But only thing is, as Assistant Vice President Madam, she pointed out, next to JEE, it's a very popular exam is VT. They conduct for 12 lakh students for more than 40 institutions, but we conduct for 3 lakh students for hardly 6 campuses. The two of them are new. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your thoughts on that. Our next question, for Gulf students like me in April 2025, what date is the exam scheduled in Dubai, as we need to travel from Saudi Arabia? So your thoughts on that question?
Yeah, actually, the examination is scheduled between 20th to 27th. The Dubai dates will be announced very soon. Once the vendor finalizes the date, they'll inform. You just please apply first. Then we will intimate you the date and timings.
Okay, perfect.
So it may be any one of the day between 20 to 27.
Yes. We also have another technical question. Someone says, while registering my application form, I have filled the wrong date of birth. Is there any way I can change it? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, any wrong information, whatever you tried, you can edit it until the last day, that is 31st March. You can edit the information. Even the centers, you can edit it. So any information can be edited until 31st March 2025. So you can edit it. Otherwise, you do one thing. There will be a service request at the end of the application. You can put your query and send it. It will be solved within 48 hours. So 8 of our staff members continuously, they work on the service request and they'll suggest you how to rectify it. Please don't hesitate to contact. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your answer. Our next question goes, I would like to know the comparison between the VIT main campus at Vellore and the Chennai campus. Is there any distinctivity between that?
So the Vellore campus is, of course, the parent campus. This is the first one that we started, and Chennai is a deemed university, but it's an off-campus of VIT Vellore. It has been we started in 2010, and it has been going very strongly for the past 15 years. And now with over 20,000 students, it's one of the most sought-after engineering institution, definitely in Chennai, but also throughout the country. It attracts a lot of students from all the parts of India, especially for students who want to be in a metropolitan city. So we have the same curriculum, same working academic calendar. All of it is similar, just the location is different. And it has a very good team of computer science and electronic departments. In addition to it, it also has law and fashion, which is not available, say, in Vellore. These are the primary differences. So anybody who wants to be in the city, so that would be an ideal option for them. Otherwise, the curriculum, the placement opportunities, the academic calendar, all of that is same.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your thoughts on that question. Our next question goes, what has been the trend in B.Tech fashion technology? How have been the placement opportunities in that course?
Placement opportunities for BTech fashion technologies, they get into the textile companies, and so they also get into IT companies as well, where they have domains related to fashion technology. So most of them prefer going into their own domains, and the placements have been good so far.
Thank you very much, sir. Our next question goes, can you talk a little bit about VIT's hostel facility?
I think probably Emily can pitch in here.
Yes, all right. So I can definitely speak for the girls' side. The boys, it's not very different, but generally speaking, the girls here we have in Vellore, we have 8 hostels, and three of them are apartment style hostel facilities where it's pretty much quite similar to how a flat would look. You also have AC and non-AC rooms, which are 6 bedded, 4 bedded, 3 bedded, or if you want to have a single bedded room, that is also available. You can pick whatever hostel block you want, how many roommates you want. We change the rooms every year. Once you're done your first year, we have another counseling session for the hostels every year, and it is based on your CGPA. There's going to be a ranking system, and you get to choose your rooms and your roommates for each year based on that. Speaking about the facilities in the hostel, they're very, very good. They're well maintained. We have dedicated wardens who are there to answer any questions or help you out with any problems. Most of the problems, whether they're technical or not, they are usually solved within 24 to 48 hours. And we also have hostel counselors available 24/7 in case you want to talk to them about any kind of problems you're facing academically or non-academically.
Yes, thank you very much, Emily, for sharing your thoughts on the hostel facility.
Yeah, so it's very similar for the boys as well. And all the campuses, it's the same setup. And all our campuses are predominantly residential. And we have very trusted catering partners who who we have contracted to run the mess. And in addition, we have 24/7 medical facility across all our campuses. And we have a separate events team that conduct a lot of fun games and events for the students who reside in the hostel. And we have a very strict and well-maintained attendance policy. So for any student going out and coming in, it has to be approved by the parent and the proctor, who's like a local guardian. It's actually a faculty, and so it's like a local guardian. So with their permission and prior permission, they're free to go out on weekends and outings. So this is about the system that we follow in all our campuses. It's very similar to what Emily said about the girls' hostel in Vellore.
Perfect. Our next question goes, can you talk a little bit about the scholarship policy in VIT?
Ma'am, can I answer? Actually, we have GV School Development Scholarship, which is based on the VIT rank in the very first year. So it's 1 to 500 rank students, they'll be getting this fellowship. 1 to 10, it's completely free. Okay, no fees they have to pay, and the remaining people substantially we will be reducing the fees amount. And another thing is inside VIT, after getting into VIT, based on the marks, several fellowships are there. So a lot of fellowship opportunities are there, and few industries also they provide scholarship to the students.
VIT being a premier institution, a lot of national banks have identified it as an institution of prestige or institution of eminence. It depends on the banks. And a lot of banks provide collateral-free loans for students who are enrolled in with just the VIT offer letter. They'll be able to get collateral-free loans in some banks up to 20 lakhs. And also a lot of governments, and we are in UGC listed and accredited institution. So a lot of governments that are giving, state governments that are giving state as well as central government scholarships, all VIT students are eligible for that as well.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for sharing your thoughts on that. Our next question goes, will we get to know our marks in the results for the entrance exams, or will it just be a ranking?
It's only the ranking we will disclose. Generally, we don't disclose the marks actually, because we are running an algorithm. So many students may score the same marks. And again, we have the priority. The maths will be given higher priority. Next to that, the physics, and then chemistry, and then it's going to be the aptitude. And so, like that, we have a very big algorithm. So, merely by seeing the marks, it will lead to confusion. So, generally, we don't disclose the marks, we disclose the ranks.
Thank you very much, sir, for your thoughts on that. Our next question goes, does VIT offer any twinning programs where students can complete part of their course in India and the rest abroad? If yes, can I get some details on that?
Sir, you would like to go? Okay. So yeah, we do have a lot of twinning programs. We call them 2+2 programs or 3+2. So the 2+2 is essentially only an undergrad program. So they do 2 years here and 2 years in our partner universities, which are there in US, UK, Australia, and in Europe. And otherwise the 3+2, where it's actually a master's program. So they do 3 years here and 2 years in the partnering university, and they get a master's degree from there, bachelor's here and a master's degree from the partner institution. One of our strongest partners is the SUNY Binghamton RIT in the US. And if you visit our website, all our twinning programs are elaborately listed for what programs. In certain programs are meant for specific departments. So all of that is completely listed on our website.
Yes. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your thoughts on that. Our next question goes, is the entrance exam a computer-based exam or is it an OMR sheet? Yes, I think
it's purely computer-based exams. Throughout India, we conduct, as well as international examination centers at it. 6 countries outside India we conduct. So it's purely computer-based exam, no paper pen-based.
And I think next question also, you can take it up. Can we find the previous year's question papers for our practice?
Yes, a lot of books are available, but that alone is not sufficient. As already I said in my presentation, studying just one book or one material will not help you to crack exams like VIT. Okay, so 3 lakh people, if they are competing, you should study a lot. Okay, so you can use it. Nothing wrong in it, the previous year question papers, but definitely the chances of repeating it is very less. Every year we get new questions and we float the new questions, and the questions will be different for different sessions and every day. So even person to person, it will have a lot of difference in the questions. So just looking for last 2 years question paper alone is not a good strategy.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir. I think we're running out of time, so we'll take maybe 3 more questions and then we can call this a day. So next question goes, is there any option for dual degrees in VIT? So your thoughts on that?
Yes, dual degrees are possible. I'd like to take a moment to explain that. We have this concept again across all our campuses called you can do a minor, and the minor need not just be restricted to an engineering. So if you're doing, say, a civil engineering, so you're taking BTech Civil, you can most definitely do a minor in, say, IT, you can do it in IoT, you can do it in AI. And you can also take a specialization within civil if you would like to do. And say, for example, if you're interested in doing an MBA along with your BTech, that is also possible, wherein from your 3rd year, you can start registering for those courses and then convert it into a full-fledged MBA as well. So we have the option of specialization, minor, as well as dual degree, and it's available in all our campuses. And it is not just restricted within engineering, you can even do it in other disciplines of study.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your thoughts. I think our next question, Emily can take it up. It's about, can you talk a little bit about the student clubs available at VIT?
Okay, so like I said, there are 100 and plus clubs here at VIT. and it caters to basically any kind of interest you have, whether it's sports like trekking or hiking, or arts and clubs like music, fine arts, or if you want to stick to like different types of tech like cybersecurity or gaming, we have tons of clubs for each of that. And you will, once you join VIT, you will get to register for the clubs and chapters that you're interested in your second semester here. Before you register, we do have an expo where we showcase all the different clubs, what we do, the awards and accolades that we have won throughout the years. So to kind of help you make your choice to learn more about it, you will be given a chance to explore every single option that VIT has to offer. I would definitely encourage you to take up on it because it really adds to your experience here in college.
Thank you very much, Emily, for your thoughts on that. Our next question goes, is it possible for us to take a campus tour before taking admission?
You're
Yeah.
most welcome to any of our campuses anytime. We do not have much restrictions. You just have to register as a visitor at whichever campus you're going, and you will be able to meet with our admissions team where there are designated student as well as staff counselors. And if you want to visit the hostel facility, get to know how the surrounding is, you're most welcome to do that.
Yes. So I think with that being said, I think we can close the Q&A session. All those
Can I add one more point
Yes,
which
yes,
we
please.
didn't do that? Actually, we are partnering with 500 international universities, and the students can go for 21 credits outside India by means of registering in the VTOP, which is the portal what they use for all their reference purpose and study purpose and seeing the results. In that, simply they can enter few courses with prior permission, and they can go out and learn and transfer those 21 credits to their credit system. So this is in aligning it's aligning with the national education policy, the new national education policy. So this is possible, and we have MOU with 500 universities already. So that point we missed it. Thank you.
I think we can take this one last question because I think it's very important. Can you talk a little bit about the anti-ragging policy in VIT?
Actually, there is no ragging at VIT. We have a lot of protection, as well as people also not aware of ragging, because they should underwent ragging to do ragging on others. Okay, so there is no such culture, and they freely move in and around campus, and there is no restriction. And so far, very rarely we used to come across these kind of issues. Actually, so it's a very protected environment. That no need to bother about it.
Probably Emily, if you'd like to say something, I'd just like to
Yes.
make sure that, like in the first year, the freshman students are placed in different buildings. We do take precautions, but in generally itself, the ragging culture in India has come down. It's not at what it used to be in the 80s and 90s. It's not the case. But Emily, if you'd like to add some points of how your seniors treated you or how you were treated.
I feel like a lot of parents have very concerns about how their child is going to be treated as a first year. Let me share my personal experience. I was very worried about this because I speak very differently, so I thought I would be targeted. But to my very pleasant surprise, it was not the case. I found the seniors to be quite welcoming, and I would say that most of the seniors were very helpful, whether it was giving me previous question papers or like helping me out with my problems with like adjusting to campus life. They've always been very there for me, and I have tried to be as available as possible to my juniors as well, because I understand how difficult it is, the move from home and school to someplace completely cut off. It will take some time, but your seniors are there for you. Please don't hesitate in reaching out to them. Ragging is definitely not a problem, and should very rarely, very, very rarely, should this arise, we do have sets of policies that make sure that you are protected and that you are our first priority here. And the anti-ragging policy forms that we all sign this when we get here. It plays a major role. So as a first year, you have nothing to be worried about. We try to be as welcoming as possible.
Yes, absolutely. Love to see all this diversity happening inside VIT. So I think with that being said, we can come to the end of this webinar. All those who haven't got your questions answered, you will receive your answers via email, so you don't have to worry about that. So we come to the end of this awesome webinar where we indeed dived into the world of opportunities. So a big thanks to VIT and the speakers for your valuable insights. Thanks to the audience for joining in and making this session super duper successful. This was the webinar on Experience VIT, a world full of opportunities, brought to you by the Hindu Education Plus Career Counseling Series and VIT. Thank you all and have a great Saturday ahead.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Hiba.
Take care.
Thank you, Hiba, for being a very energetic and gracious host. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And
why did you ask for registration? Because they give it internet, so that also you can send the link or something like that to